that's the only reason why.
I feel like Moses is the only iron on this and stayed attached as well. Iron on the boat.
You cannot stand here.
Yeah. So here's our 94th Regiment. They're going to go up to the left again and they're going to be talking you through how the British Army are brutally trained to fire and reload 3 times a minute. The Jacobites, we've been taken from all sorts of places off the lands by our clan chiefs who have told us if we don't come and fight against the government forces then we shall be destitute. And remember, we are fighting against fellow clan members. If we're members of Clan Chisholm, we have John and James Chisholm on one side of the Battle of Culloden, we have Roderick Chisholm on the other. If we are the Macintoshes, the leader of Clan Macintosh and Clan Hatton, his name is Aeneas Macintosh and he is a captain in the British Red Coat Army. His wife, Anne Macintosh, is a staunch Jacobite. So we have lots and lots of... Okay, so gentlemen, show your audience how long it takes you to load that musket, but do not fire until given the order, please. So load your muskets. Okay, and he's finished because he's mega quick. Drop and speak. Oh, have you finished as well?
Barrel and charges off the musket. So I bite the cartridge.
He is biting the cartridge, and that cartridge usually is a musket ball. So therefore this is where we get the expression to bite the bullet. You hold the musket ball in your mouth along with some black powder which does not taste very nice, and it's highly recommended you don't do this at home. Especially 2 days later when you go to the toilet. Yeah, it's very sulphury, isn't it?
Very sulphury. Then we close the frizzen, keeps the powder trapped in the pan. We cast about our muskets.
Or turn the ear away that's not towards the musket. Okay, so turning it away, keep your hands open. Keep your hands open like this, both sides. Keep your mouths open. Okay, so that we don't get a build-up of pressure. Now with these muskets, these are going to be loud. When the wall goes off afterwards, it's 4 times the noise of this. If you don't like loud bangs, we suggest that you leave the audience now because it is going to be loud and it will get louder. Who's ready down here? You ready? Are you all ready? Remember, keep your hands like this, 90 degrees to your head, otherwise it will be very loud. Okay, audience on the Roma, we need your help in counting down from 3. Are we all ready? Yeah. There's only about 20 people in this whole audience, there are thousands of you. Come on, are we all ready? Yeah. Okay, how we count down then from 3, 2, 1. How was that? Yeah. And who has tinnitus?
Not me.
Who wants to see another one? Yeah. Who wants to see another one? Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, fire and reload at will. Okay. In fact, cancel my last. Tell me when you are ready. We will let the audience take part again, so they know when to plug their ears. So do not fire it until the audience counts you down again. Make ready. Making ready. Are we all ready in the audience? Yeah, we all put the hands up again. Did you hear? Did you hear that one there? That carbine? Hey, no wonder you can't hear a thing. Okay, see the band down there, they're so enthused by that, it struck them up again. Oh, indeed. 1! Massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you guys doing? You having fun? Can you still hear me? Yeah. There's a I see, we love a smell of gunpowder in the morning. Ah. I know sometimes it's more like pirates, and that's okay. That's the crossover between the jackpot. Do you know why pirates are called pirates? Because they are! Right. And how much do pirates pay for body parts? A buccaneer. All right, what's a pirate's favourite letter? You think so, but it can't get past the C. Okay, how are we all doing? Are we ready? Okay, so the final time on this one, we're going to ask you to help us count down and not shoot any of the band members down the bottom. Okay, hands up, mouths open, counting down again from 3, 2,
1.
fire! There it is, we're going to do a mass fire, but facing in both directions, please. Mass volley fire, so back to back. Yeah, Countdown, make ready. Remember to cover your ears, keep your mouths open. Counting down again from 3, 2, 1. We had
down! You got another 3 miles to go! Don't hold hands, you lot! Stamp, stamp, stamp! Back, 2, clap, clap, clap! Again, 4, 2, stamp, 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 and back, 2, clap, clap, clap! Right hand star! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left hand star and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do-si-do with your partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do-si-do with the person standing next to you. Oh. I can just see them in the distance. Here they come! Give them a cheer! And it's first, 2, snap, 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 back, 2, clap, 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 first, 2, snap, 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 back, 2, right hand star, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left hand star, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do-si-do! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do-si-do the person standing next to you! Don't 60! Run! As fast as you can! Run! Just run! It's enough! Come on!
Up to the top, my friends. We're gonna get ready again. Where are we?
5, 6, 7, and it's 4, 2, stop, 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 back, 2, back, 4, 2. Right hand star. Left hand star. Do-si-do. Do-si-do again. Right, lights up there. Up you go. Run, run. Oh, what's up? Are we ready? 5, 6, 7, and it's 4, 2, stop, 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 5, 2, 5, 5, sing again. 2, stop, 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 5, 2, right hand star, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left hand star, and 1, 2, 3. Here we go! 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4s. 2, stamp, stamp, stamp. Back, 2, clap, clap, clap. And 4s. 2, stamp, stamp, stamp. Back, 2, right and stamp. Do-si-do! Do-si-do again! Right, everybody! Run from you guys down! 6, 7, 8, and 4.
They're followed by the High Constables and the Silver Batons, looking very splendid with their batons and top hats, wearing for the first time today new red waistcoats, the representative of the society. Constables of Edinburgh. Grand Marshal is Grant Scott, star of Queen's Street. So we have MPs and MSPs from Edinburgh and the Lothians. We have City of Edinburgh councillors. And you'll see them in their bright uniforms. We've got lollipop ladies. Scottish Fire Museum of Scottish Fire Heritage. Edinburgh, the first municipal place in the world to have its own fire brigade. Sikh women's rights walking up there in front of the Merchant Cross as the various banners are assembling behind the Merchant Cross. It's all building up. A little bit of a gap.
Organisations Graham mentioned, we have the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, and they have a heritage going back over 150 years. As well as that, the Court of the Lord Lion, which is Scotland's heraldic authority, and since its creation in 1672 there have been a public register of all armorial bearings of Scotland, and 3 officers of arms are all with us today. As well as that, the Edinburgh Society of Scotland will be carrying their society's banner. They were formed in 1977 and they are part of the procession on the High Street this afternoon. And they were delighted to also welcome the High Constables of the Port of Leith, and they'll be taking part in a number of little groups during the procession, so you'll see them at regular intervals. Dance Studio 21 is also part of the procession today, a small dance-based group covering Edinburgh and West Linton, formed in 2005, so it's currently been going for the last 20 years. They provide a wide variety of dance classes, including jazz, lyrical, Highland, Edinburgh City Council staff as well. We'll get the scenery, folk, school, gossip rituals, actually learn more about their background and what they have on show. They are of course intrinsically linked with the world's first municipal fire brigade, founded right here in Edinburgh in 1824, so their 200th anniversary was just last year. Just passing the Mercury Cross at the moment, the Association of Ukrainians in Great Britain. And the association was founded here in Edinburgh in 1946, and of course we had the Ukrainian choir performing at West Parliament West a little bit earlier on this afternoon. They're making their way through. Amazing Harmony, a choir of 15, are part of today's walking procession, wearing traditional African outfits of blue and green. The choir certainly attend regular rehearsals and have a substantial following and number of representatives taking part in a number of concerts across Edinburgh and
are scattered throughout this group. Very colourful dancers coming up now. Another dance, not quite as large as the one we've just been watching. Very colourful here. Passing the work across, entertaining the various dignitaries who have already gathered below the Market Cross for the important ceremonies yet to happen. As you see, Scotland's connection with Ukraine, a much troubled country of course, is now very much to the fore in this parade today. We had the choir, we had various other groups, and Ukrainian flags being waved here below us as we try to pick out various groups. All these groups representing institutions, organisations, schools, various other aspects to do with Edinburgh currently, and some of course relating back to some of the 900 years that Edinburgh has existed as a city. Educational Institute of Scotland, the EIS, coming up there, getting out of a cheer. The Street Assist Edinburgh, people who go out at night time and help those performances. Apologies, we have an organisation from Leith we're trying to find in our script, but they have made their way up. More High Constables walking at the back of that little group as we get the drummers. Let's see if we had drummers in the script somewhere. Pick them up. Western Hills. up from the Royal Veterinary College. Big Vet giving us a cheer. One of the leading veterinary colleges in the whole world here, Big Vet. And that would appear to conclude our march of groups and organisations.
Making their way out of the quadrangle and heading down the Royal Mile, and they will be led by civic dignitaries, and they will take up a position down by John Knox House as Glencore's Fight Band make their way past the Merchant Cross. The walking procession, as I say, will head down from the quadrangle and down to St John Knox House. They will await the arrival of this year's Gampton and Lass and make their way back up the mile for the final instalment of events this afternoon. Century to suppress disorders
Of Edinburgh, mostly formed in the second half of the 15th century, each incorporated by virtue of a document known as the Seal of Cause, granted by the Town Council, giving the trade their rights to work.
And in fact, just in front of the trades banners is also the Edinburgh Exiles Society flag. This banner represents all exiles and returnees. The flag is dedicated to the memory of Mel Collins from Restalrig, the father of the Society's founder, Sheila Collins. The banner was designed and made in Canada and is carried by one selected individual with a special connection to Edinburgh every year at the riding of the marches. This year's standard bearer is Dr. Colin Cunningham, who's actually in horseback and part of the procession, the Lord Provost Consort. So he is participating on horseback today, and his flag will be carried down the Royal Mile. You'll see him as part of the members at the very front of the procession. That's Mr. John McPhail. John was part of the fruit procession last year, and he took office as the Edinburgh Excel Standard Bearer in 2024. He was part of yesterday's colour busing at the new club, and John will hand Dr. Colin Cunningham the flag when he dismounts his horse at the Merchant Cross a little bit later on.
So these banners representing corporations, they were a form of cartel or closed shop, and their initial purpose was twofold. Firstly, to exercise quality control over the products of the craftsmen and to regulate the terms upon which they worked within the borough.
Boom. Boom. ¿Cómo estás, Tati? ¿Muy bien?
Three, so 3, 2, 1. You're gone.
In just a moment, the captain, Adam Gear, will dismount and carry the City of Edinburgh banner up the Merchant Cross, and he'll be followed by the Edinburgh Lass, Kirsten Lees, and you'll see that the Incorporated Trades banners have formed a semicircle around the front of the Merchant Cross.
There's a big cheeser.
Your Royal Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, pray silence for Robert Aldridge, Right Honourable Lord Provost of the City of Edinburgh.
Everyone, Your Royal Highness, citizens of Edinburgh, Lord Dean of Guild, Deacon Convener of Trades, visiting Principal Riders, visitors from the many riding towns of Scotland and those from further afield. It's with enormous pleasure that today I welcome the captain of the trained bands and his followers to the Merchant Cross in the heart of the Old Town on the day of the 2025 Riding of the Marches. The first record of an inspection of Edinburgh's common land was in 1579. Since then, the city has expanded and much of the common land has been lost. In these ancient times, when the horse was the only mode of transport, the captain would mount up and lead my predecessor and burgesses of the time out beyond the Flodden Wall to inspect the common land. In these times, mounted messengers were also accustomed to bringing tidings to the city of war and of peace. In 1946, City Treasurer Murray, acting as captain at the head of the Riding of the Marches, ceremonially brought news of the end of the Second World War. We remember with sensitivity the ultimate sacrifice that so many people made during this war and many before it. So could I now ask that we observe 1 minute's silence for the fallen of all wars. Thank you.
Citizens of Edinburgh, visiting principals and guests. On the 7th of September 2012, in the presence of the Edinburgh Lass, I inspected the flammable boundary of our ancient town from Netherbow to Westport and found it to be intact. Today, Sunday the 14th of September 2025, with these riders as witnesses, I rode the marches of our capital city, the southernmost point of the Drop, where the city of Edinburgh Borough was at the former home, our Merkham Cross. It is with great honour that I now report to you that the citizens of Edinburgh are in good heart and the Edinburgh marches are clear. My Lord Provost, I now have pleasure in returning to your safekeeping the city of Edinburgh banner in the condition I received it, unsullied and unstained.
One week ago today, the Deputy Lord Provost charged you to inspect the boundaries of our capital city and return this banner to me, unsullied and unstained. I congratulate you and your lass on the excellent manner in which you have carried out your duties. 3 cheers for the Edinburgh captain. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Thank you very much. And now, might I invite Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, to make some remarks on this, the conclusion of our Edinburgh 900 celebrations. Your Royal Highness.
Lord Provost, citizens of Edinburgh, Captain Ryder and Talbot Nass, may I say it's a pleasure to join you today on, as always, an important day, but maybe particularly as we help end the celebrations for the 900th anniversary of the city of Edinburgh. The celebrations were started last July by His Majesty the King and the Queen, and you have taken several opportunities to celebrate, highlight just what Edinburgh has achieved in those 900 years. But it is a long time since 1124, when King David I established Edinburgh as a royal borough. And I think we should take a moment to also remember how lucky we are that things have improved so much since then. But this is a journey that spans centuries, a very difficult thing to reflect, even over the year that you have taken. But a city shaped by resilience, intellect, creativity and the community as it's reflected here today. And this, the riding of the marches, is something that really connects this city to its history, but also this is an event which is part of its present and its future. So a huge thank you to the City of Edinburgh Council, all their community partners, the cultural institutions and volunteers who have made all of these celebrations possible throughout this year. And there have been over 50 funded civic and community events around the city. There have been exhibitions, art and culture, guided walks in all sorts of places, including the Portobello Toddler's Hut. I'm not sure who that was for. Museums and archives, objects from 9 centuries, a tricky decision. Open days inviting the public into hidden architectural treasures across the city. There have been celebrations of shorter periods of time. Eric Liddell's centenary service, which I had the pleasure of attending. The 200th anniversary of James Braidwood's fire service, also of course very much an Edinburgh institution. And the 900th anniversary of St Giles Cathedral. A very big scene with over 1,000 school pupils at the Usher Hall. And this year's Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo also highlighted Edinburgh's 900 years. And Edinburgh sensibly has an inaugural tartan parade. And as you come up here, that is very much in evidence. But there is a real future here, and we should never underestimate the value of anniversaries in reminding us what has been so good about the past and the people who made it. But it is an opportunity to link that to the present and give you the confidence to plan for the future. So thank you all here for helping to celebrate Edinburgh in its 900 years, not just the place, but the people and the future. Thank you very much.
leave the arena here. And you're treated to a fine example of council efficiency. That's what you pay your council tax for. Just a little word on the fact that the principals of this riding of Edinburgh's marches are the city's ambassadors to all the other common ridings and similar festivals. A demanding role which requires rather special people to live up to the standards set in past years. If you believe you could fill the role of the Edinburgh captain or lass, then do make contact with Edinburgh Riding of the Marches Committee through their website. Captain Lass for 2026 will be selected very soon. So there's any time if you could be among the leaders of this historic line out in future years.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ceremonies are concluded for 2025. The boundaries have been written and have been found to be intact. The standards have been returned and sullied and unscathed, and the riders will now disperse to refresh themselves before they return to their homes after a job well done. I hope you found these ceremonies interesting as well as historic, and I hope you will return next year when the riding of the marches will once again take place. From myself, Stuart McFarlane, and my fellow commentator, Graham McGregor, thank you very much for coming along and being part of this historical event at the Royal Mile this Sunday afternoon. And we wish you a very safe journey home, and we sincerely hope to see you here next September.
She like a good job. Danny's still there. He's makes you bring it in there. Where did she go to? Like she didn't see it. Right,